carbon dioxide. Primarily.
Okay. Now, I mean, one thing that I know from, science classes is we exhale carbon dioxide. Now, on the surface, could everything on the planet have died and that's why there's no more oxygen? Could it have been oxygen at one time?
Well, Mars at one time, according to what they found out, is that there's liquid water on the surface of Mars. So at that time it had a substantial atmosphere, but because of its small size, the atmosphere is gradually eroded away by solar activity, and so what's left is a heavy gas like CO2, and I don't know if it's being replaced or not, but the interesting thing is there's argon, there's methane gas, and the methane gas is a big clue that there's still ongoing biologic activity.
Right. And I would love to, in my lifetime, know what exactly is going on out there.
Well, I think we'll shortly know. They're sending probes out there that are pretty sophisticated, and they're going to find out probably the next 5 to 10 years. We'll know for sure.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that I found fascinating was it was about, I think, a month ago that I had saw something on Yahoo. It was like a news type thing where they've found like they called it the Goldilocks galaxy, or Goldilocks planet, where it's not too hot, not too cold, it's just right, where life could be there, and
it's in the habitable zone.
Yeah, and where we're at right now as far as technology and space travel, it's hard to understand where we'll be at in maybe only 10 years.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're going forward at a very fast pace, in our technology to discover the universe where we live. Like they'll be launching the James Webb Telescope shortly, and that will find Earth-like planets. It's designed to find Earth-like planets. And Carl Sagan, he doesn't believe in UFOs, but he believes that there are many, many life-bearing planets out there. And he was right, but they also are coming here too.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take another quick break, folks. You're listening to Parasight Radio right here on the Fate Radio Network. I'm talking to Jesse Marcel Jr. about his book, The Roswell Legacy, as well as his other opinions about aliens and UFOs. We'll be back in just a few minutes right after this. Alright, folks, you're back listening to Parasite Radio right here on the Fate Radio Network. I'm talking to Jesse Marcel Jr. about his book, The Roswell Legacy. Now, Jesse, what, if anything, would you like people to take away from your experiences and experiences in this book?
Well, I want to reassure people that there's life out there, that we're certainly not alone, and there are some civilizations that are quite interested in us, and they're doing research on us, and they don't seem to be malevolent of any. And I think they're just studying us as we would be curious about them if we were in their stage. And people ask me what effect has this had on my life. It certainly made me keenly interested in astronomy and cosmology because I realized that there's habitable planets out there, and there are advanced civilizations out there. And they ask me, what about your religion? What about your beliefs there? And with that, I have to say that it actually encouraged my belief in the Supreme Being, because he created more than we are, more than just us. He created the whole universe. Somebody once said that if there's no one else out there, there's an awful lot of wasted space.
Right.
Being filled up.
That's been my belief too. That we're not alone. If we think we are, we have to be pretty arrogant, I guess you could say, to think that we're the only ones that are there.
Exactly.
And as far as beliefs are concerned, just because it doesn't say in any holy text that there's not life anywhere else doesn't mean that there's not. I mean,
well, yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Vatican came in with a statement not too long ago where they said that belief in extraterrestrial life should not affect your belief in the supreme being. In other words, you can believe in God as well as believe in extraterrestrial life also. So it makes me wonder if the Pope doesn't know more about this than we think he does.
Right. Well, and I mean, there's been a lot of stuff that I've seen lately that kind of leads me to believe that there's quite a few people that know more than what they're letting on. Or, I mean,
there are.
I mean, the higher ups in our government, let alone other higher or bigger people in different areas. I mean, there have been rumors that aliens or extraterrestrials are mixing DNA with us to see what'll happen, and stuff like that. And I it's kind of a scary thing in a way, but I mean, in another way, it would kind of make sense to see if it would improve. What's the word I'm looking for? I guess without another word, our barbaric tendencies to continue fighting and constantly being at war and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen horrible things in Iraq. You can't believe how little life means to a certain group of people there. But I think hopefully we'll overcome that. And I think one reason that the extraterrestrials have not directly contacted us is because they have more to fear from us than we from them.
Yeah.
They tend to shoot first and ask questions later.
Right. They're basically waiting for a sign that we've kind of transcended all of that.
Yeah. Once you see a suicide bomber blow himself up, you know that, hey, we're not really human yet.
Right. Well, and I mean, the United States has had their down, or I guess faults you can say too, as far as how we engage things sometimes.
Well, we're not perfect.
I mean, we should be more than able to protect ourselves, but I mean, in the long run, I mean, even though people are overseas or they're on the same continent but a different person, it's hard to believe that we continue to kill each other, and we're all part of the same family, I guess you could say.
Yeah, we are, but I guess it's in man's genes to fight, because from day one, from Cain killing Abel, or Abel killing Cain, I guess, or the other way around. Murder has been part of our existence, and the mayhem has been part of our existence.
Yeah.
From the very beginning, and we got to get out of that.
Yeah.
That's my personal view. We got to get out of it.
Now, your dad was pretty high up in the military. Did he ever get shipped off to any of the wars or anything, or?
Well, yeah, he's in the Pacific War out in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
And as a matter of fact, his aircraft got shot down, but fortunately his parachute worked okay, so he came home. And that's where he got the air medal from, is combat in the Philippines.
Okay. Now, when he found the wreckage, he was basically put on a desk job at that point?